Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. Time to take a look at how we could line up with our new signing, Gabriel Jesus. He will be announced very soon. He's already undergone his medical. The deal is basically 99.9% done. So it's time to finally take a look at this. So I already did a video talking about how he would fit in at Arsenal, the 3 different positions he can play. The link will be in the description. You can check it out after this. I went in depth in that one, but this one, just the actual lineup. Let's take a look at how it could look like. So as we know by now, there's still some players we are targeting that we haven't signed yet, so I'll not be including them. Let's go with what we have right now. So we will start with the goalkeeper, obviously. This is a very easy one. Aaron Ramsdale goes in there. We've signed Matt Turner. He will be the backup in the cup competitions. He's a very good quality goalkeeper. He knows how to play from the back. He's very strong in crosses. But Ramsdale obviously sticks in goal once again. Probably one of the best signings we've had over the last 10 years. Yes, he dropped off in the last 2 months, but in terms of overall contribution, we did not expect anything like that from him, and he did us very good. Tierney is back in training. Obviously, we'll start the season. We are very close to signing Lisandro Martinez as well, but he's going to be playing more as a centre-back or as a left-back whenever Tierney is injured. But again, we have to wait and see what happens with that one. But Tierney definitely starts until, I don't know how long he's going to be fit, but hopefully we do have backups like Lisandro Martinez waiting in. I think that is a very easy pick as well. At centre back next to him, it definitely will be Gabriel. He had a very good season last campaign. He did not only contribute in terms of defense, he also contributed in terms of attack. Scored 5 goals. That was more than Lacazette. Like, what? He's a defender and he was notching up with the very important goals against the likes of Wolves. Very good. And next to him, it's debatable. It's either Saliba or Ben White. Saliba was very good, has been very good at his pre-loan spells. Ben White, some of us still don't like Ben White, but I think he had a good season last campaign. And I think Arteta will stick with him for the first few games at least. We've seen that happen with Arsenal in the last few years. Either Petr Cech starts the season and then after 3 games, Leno comes in, or the other goalkeeper, Leno, started for the first 3 games. Then Ramsdale came in. Maybe Maitland-Niles came in sometimes. So right now, I'd not be surprised if Ben White starts the first 3-4 games and then maybe Saliba comes in. But the only reason that could happen is if Gabriel and Ben White really drop off form and then Saliba could come in. So Ben White starts there next to Gabriel, but whoever you want, basically. If you want Saliba to start, that is all good as well. On the right side, Tomiyasu is also fit at the moment. He's enjoying himself on holiday in Japan, meeting his fans. What a guy. Cannot wait for him to be fit, man. He's a very quality player. And if you have a defense like that, when you have the attack we have right now, if we add everyone we're going to add, very good. So on the bench from that one will be the likes of Rob Holding. I'll talk about them later, but the likes of Cedric are still here. Lisandro Martinez if we sign him later on. But you're talking about the players who are currently here at the moment. At center midfield, obviously Thomas Partey, who has also just returned to training at the moment. Pre-season, I think they'll be fit for the latter part of pre-season. Partey and Tierney, but as of now, he will just slot in midfield 100%. I don't think that is going to change anytime soon. So Thomas Partey starts in midfield. The thing that changes is the players that are surrounding him for sure. Last season, we really struggled whenever one of our attacking players was injured. We were even talking about Charlie Patino starting games next to Partey, a 17-year-old. We're talking about we're having to play both El Neni and Partey. But in the home games, especially when you're facing, I usually don't like calling them small teams because they sometimes end up beating us. Teams like Nottingham Forest at home, Bournemouth at home, even Brighton at home. I know all those teams usually beat us though. But all those teams at home that you're expected to win, you can go full attack. And with full attack, that means next to Thomas Partey on the right side, we are going to have the potential captain, Martin Odegaard, our second best player last season after Bukayo Saka. Martin Odegaard, he fits in very well there. You'll have, he can pick up the ball from midfield and contribute it to the forward players, the 3 forward players. And Odegaard can definitely do that. We saw the kind of quality he brings at Arsenal. He's very good, and he cannot be dropped off at all. He cannot drop from that Arsenal team. There's no chance that he can sit on the bench. There's no way. I do not agree with anyone who says Odegaard can be on the bench. No. And I think most of you would agree. Next to him is where we include our first signing, Fabio Vieira. I literally cannot wait to type this. Fabio Vieira. The Vieira Part 2. another guy who will contribute as much as he wants, man. This guy scored 6 goals and had 14 assists last season. Those are incredible numbers, and I think in all competitions it was 16 assists. Like, what? That is a very, very, very good record. Like, Fabio Vieira, he started, I think, out of the games that he started, I think he was on the bench for like 60% and came on, and then he started 40% of those games, and he still managed six goals and all those assists. So imagine if he starts Arsenal games and plays for like around 70 minutes. With the 5 substitutions right now, I'm expecting the likes of Fabio Vieira, if they start to get subbed off, because there's a lot of forward players now, especially if you end up signing everyone else. So if you can have Odegaard and Fabio Vieira in the middle, that would be very strong. The only worry about that is if you face a team like Brighton and they decide to really attack you, which they can, then I'm not sure how much Odegaard and Fabio Vieira can contribute in terms of defense. So that might have to change during the game, or however the game is going. Maybe if you're leading 2-0, that would have to change, because Odegaard and Fabio Vieira are very good going forward. Yes, they can have the energy of coming back, but I don't know how many times they would do that. So you really have to have strong fullbacks. And you might even have, with that kind of midfield, you might even tell one of Tierney and Tomiyasu to stay back, just one of them to go forward. So either on the left side or on the right side. I would expect Tierney to go forward, Tomiyasu to stay back. Let's go to the forward line, another very exciting prospect. Now on the right wing, we are still waiting for a new signing from Leeds. If he joins us, he'll stick there right away. But as of now, let's play our player of the season from last campaign, Bukayo Saka. No one else, the guy himself. Let me just say right up front, there's no way Bukayo Saka will sit on the bench. Whoever gets signed, Bukayo Saka has to start all our games. Hope that helps. So Saka was our player of the season. He had double figures in terms of goals, double figures in terms of assists. I don't think he will have to do all that this campaign because of the kind of signings we are making. And even if he does, that just means we have so much creativity around him that it's just going to be really, really good. He doesn't have to come to the left, come to the number 10 position, go to the right, trying to create a chance for our striker who might not even score goals. So Saka on the right side. On the left side, we will go with Martinelli for now. We are still waiting for... so if we sign the other guy from Leeds, Saka will just go on the left side, but we'll talk about that when those deals are completed. There's a lot of ways you can fit. If you've not watched that video about how Arsenal will fit in with how Gabriel Jesus will fit in at Arsenal, I'll link it up in the YouTube guide right now. And remember, the link will be in the description. So Saka and Martinelli did very well last season, both of them, goals, assists. Like, I can remember games like against Norwich, Leeds United, even Man City, they did very, very well. And then up front, our new signing, Gabriel Jesus. Wow, I cannot wait for him to get started. This is a guy who has scored almost 100 goals and almost 50 assists for Man City without even starting 10 games in a row for them. At Arsenal, he will get that opportunity to start all those games in a row. So I cannot wait to see how many goals he can score. Let me know in the comments, how many goals do you think Gabriel Jesus can score just in the Premier League if he starts, let's say, 32 out of the 38 games, and in total maybe plays 35 out of the 38. How many goals do you think he will score? Personally, I think that will be definitely 20 plus goals. It might not be, because we have so many good players around him, which I actually wouldn't mind. Saka scores goals, Martinelli scores goals, Fabio Vieira scored a few for FC Porto. Odegaard will need to up his numbers in terms of goals. Our defenders score goals, the likes of Gabriel, even Tierney when he's fit. So if I can get a contribution of 15 from Jesus, 12 from Saka, 10 from Martinelli, 8 for Smith Rowe from the bench, Fabio Vieira with this one, with this one, I mean, it would look very, 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 very good. So that is how our lineup would look like with Gabriel Jesus. Now, it can change depending on the fixture. It can change depending on which position Gabriel Jesus can play. But I talked about that in the other video you can check out. Gabriel Jesus can play on the right side. He can play in the middle. And the players that surround him, the players who are around him, will change depending on the fixture and everything. But from this, Jesus will have Tierney crossing from the left side, Tomiyasu crossing from the right side, Vieira contributing from the middle alongside Odegaard with through passes and long balls and all that. Martinelli with the pace on the left side, Saka with the pace on the right side, and Jesus just in the box, just bothering the defenders and notching up the goals. That looks very, very good. And on the bench right away, this is how our bench would look like. You have the likes of Smith Rowe there, you have the likes of Nketiah there, And we've not included any new signings as of now, but the moment you add those 2 signings that we are going for at the moment, that makes it even 10 times stronger. But as of now, Saliba is their backup defender. Cedric is their backup right back. You have the likes of Elneny, who will be happy to play in the last 10 minutes. Lokonga is still there. I've not included Tavares because I'm expecting him to go out on loan. You have a backup goalkeeper in Matt Turner. Up front, Smith Rowe can come in for either Martinelli or Saka. At the moment, you still have Pepe. If he improves his game and he stays, we are going to be very, very, very solid. So that is how Arsenal could line up with Gabriel Jesus. Let me know what you think. More updates coming soon. We are hoping for the announcement very, very soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.